Miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First down gets him a couple up to the 27. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Prescott off play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamin Davis in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Gun. Here's Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys 17. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. He finds his man complete. It's Grant. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. They'll run with Gibson. takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Bulldozes past him. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet, what am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamin Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, he'll buy some time right, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 20. They go play action with McDonald. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. It wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's McDonald to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. McDonald sets to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Going for it all. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
No, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Okay, double up. Check smash, Panther Street, check 24.
McDonald. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Hey, watch it.
Throwing is McDonald. Dancing to his left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. One more time with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Rip right, rip right. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Go, Reed, go. It's time to buzz. Begin.
Looking to throw. McDonald. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st down, it's Gibson, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
A give running right, Gibson.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Check Mike 11. Tackle. Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. McDonald being chased out left. And this one is incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Go sweet. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, check Mike.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line, scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 24, check 24. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Roll, roll, roll. 65, 65. 42's the mic, 42. 42's the mic. Screen.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Exit.
Looking to throw. McDonald. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Now Prescott. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To the air again, Prescott.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down.
Here's Bryan Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. To throw on second down. McDonald steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Check 13. Check 13.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Stiff-armed him. Room here to run. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 82 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, CD, you know, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking 1st down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
Now Mike McCarthy saying let's go for 2. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And that almost makes it a brand new ball game. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the two.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the two-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their two-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Not much there, only a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Single. Go nowhere.
Play action. It's McDonald.
This will be caught at Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Switch.
A handoff for Gibson.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let him know. Hey, check Michael, let go.
Back to throw. McDonald, throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Washington on third down.
Just 1 for 5 to this point.
Here it's 3rd and 3.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Love.
Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 52.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Washington on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Check Mike 11. Check go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
They run the toss now with Gibson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
26 yards.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action now. Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Gibson. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. McDonald flushed out right.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
It's complete. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number 1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Prescott. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll throw again. Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Prescott.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big set.